They're not just trying to go and be criminals or do messed up things. People are trying to survive. People are trying to support their families. And that's what's just so fucked up. And if we gave people an option, another way, more jobs, more education, so that they could support their families, then maybe we wouldn't have everybody in the prisons. But guess what? They want us in the prisons because that's how they're going to make money.
Oh, yeah. And they keep them full. And we've built more prisons in 1 year than we have built schools in the last 10, 20 years, bro.
It's just so
like, and it is a system. And they look at your kids saying, okay, the dad is here, and in 10 years we'll have you. And then in another 5 years, we have your little brother.
And we're preparing everybody to go to prison through the schools.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, the people that are not doing good in the grades, oh, you're doing like this, oh, you went to the detention, da-da-da-da. There's too many correlations between public schools and prisons. The fact that you have the long hallways, the fact that you have a fixed response to authority, the fact that, oh, there's a specific time when you can go outside and play, and then there's a specific time that you can come back in. And the way that you're notified with that happening is through the bells. They're subconsciously getting you to have a fixed response to authority and understanding what it's going to be like when you are in prison. It's like, no, when you're here, you have to listen to me. I'm in charge. Now I'm going to pass you off to this next person is in charge when you're doing this. And it's like you have these fixed response to authorities, and then you know how to react. And it's just like, oh, okay, you went to school. All right, you already know how it's going to go in prison. You got the bells. You got the times where you can go out when you have to come back in, and then you have your authority figures that you have to respond to. You've already been trained for this for your whole life. You've been bred for this.
Yeah.
The same way that they're breeding, the same way that they're breeding animals and slaughtering them and then feeding it to all of us is the same way. That's what they're breeding us to go into prison. They're breeding us, or they're breeding us to go to school and learn how to work a 9 to 5 and work to a factory. Like, school was invented for the Industrial Revolution because people were cutting their fingers off in the factories because they couldn't read the instructions. So they were like, oh, people are literally killing themselves in these new factories because we just discovered how to do all of this stuff. So put them in school 9 to 5 so they get used to waking up 9 a.m. and then finishing at 5 p.m. They get used to the bells. They have the bells in the factories too. They have the times where you go